Do you like your music loud and crunchy? But do you also like your music to have a killer dance beat with heavy synthesizers? Then you, my friend, like industrial rock music, like I like industrial rock music. And if you like industrial rock music as much as I do, then you have to know about KMFDM. KMFDM. They are the fathers of industrial rock. Not the first, but definitely put that genre of music on the map. Hey, I'm Brian, your GenX Storyteller, here with another Music Monday, and we're going to talk about KMFDM. So KMFDM is actually a German acronym that roughly translates to No Pity for the Majority. The band formed as actually a performance art piece originally in 1984. And they evolved into what we know them as today as industrial rock. Now, the lineup of members of the band has rotated and changed in and out over the decades, but the founding member, Sasha Konecko, is still there, still driving the band, still creating sounds and lyrics and killer tunes for us all. Current iteration also has his wife, Lucia Cifarelli, who is a killer singer and songwriter in her own right, coming from the band Drill and more from the 90s and earlier. Also, their drummer Andy Selway has been with them for 20 years or so. And they just brought in a new guitarist named T, and he had just played his first gig with them last week, and it's going to be great to see them on tour coming up in the spring, seeing what he brings to the table, how he fleshes out the band. Can't wait for that. Now, I discovered KMFDM probably late 80s, 88, 89, and was completely drawn in, completely hooked on this crazy mix-up of like heavy metal with almost techno-based synth, and it was just a crazy combination. That was the gateway for me into industrial rock, and since then I've developed a love for many bands in this category, but KMFDM is always the one I come back to. Another clever thing about this band is their consistent use for their album art and merch art. An artist, I believe he's British, and his name is Brute with an exclamation point. And his sort of stark, minimalist style, it just lends itself very well to the kind of music that KMFDM makes. And I just love their album art very much. I'll put some in here for you guys. And as many of you well know, I tend to like to get to know the people in the bands that I love, and so I've had the pleasure and privilege of meeting many singers and musicians from the different bands I like, and KMFDM is no exception. Over the years, I've become acquaintances with Sasha, and I've become friends with his wife Lucia, and in fact, she's reading my books as we speak, so that's kind of a cool thing. And they're just great people. Sasha loves to cook. I think he should have his own cooking show because the stuff he makes is incredible. And they're just down to earth, really cool people with a lot of things to say, and a lot of messages to say to their audience about society and about the politics going on and the craziness going on in the world. So I highly recommend checking them out. Give them a listen. Many of my friends who never were involved in industrial rock music have fallen in love with them. So I highly recommend you guys check out KMFDM. And while we're at it, drop it in the comments what some of your bands are, what some of your favorite bands are that are maybe a little off the beaten path. And let me know in the comments. Let's talk about it.